In the vast digital cosmos, an enigma emerged. The creator of Bitcoin, a figure known only as Satoshi Nakamoto, a name that resonates through the corridors of the cyber world, yet cloaked in mystery. Imagine a person or perhaps a group of people who managed to revolutionize our understanding of currency, all while remaining faceless. Satoshi Nakamoto, a pseudonym, communicated with the world through emails and online forums. His words were always focused, direct, revolving around the concept of Bitcoin and its underlying technology, the blockchain. Imagine a world where transactions are decentralized, where financial control is wrested away from traditional institutions and handed back to the people. That was the vision Satoshi proposed. Yet, as intriguing as his vision was, so was his disappearance. In 2010, after 2 years of intense interaction with the Bitcoin community, Satoshi Nakamoto simply vanished. His emails ceased, his forum posts dwindled to nothing. The man, or perhaps the group, who had been so vocal, so passionate about Bitcoin, disappeared without a trace. Theories abound about the true identity of Satoshi Nakamoto. Was he a lone genius, a group of tech-savvy revolutionaries, or perhaps an entity from the future, sent back to guide us towards a new financial era? We may never know. His last known communication was an email, stating that he had moved on to other projects, and just like that, he was gone. Yet Satoshi Nakamoto's legacy is far from forgotten. His brainchild Bitcoin has become a force to be reckoned with. It has sparked a digital currency revolution, reshaping how we think about money. It has birthed an entire industry with countless cryptocurrencies following in its wake. The mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto vanished as cryptically as he appeared, leaving behind a legacy that would transform the world. His vision of a decentralized currency, free from the control of traditional financial institutions, continues to challenge our understanding of what money can be. As we delve deeper into the world of Bitcoin, remember it all started with an unknown creator, a digital phantom who changed everything. In the ashes of the 2008 financial crisis, a revolutionary concept was born: Bitcoin. This digital currency, this beacon of change, came into existence in the year 2009. It was a time when the world was still struggling to regain its footing from the devastating financial crisis that had shaken every corner of the globe. People were losing faith in traditional financial systems, which were riddled with a lack of transparency and a surplus of manipulation. The centralized nature of these systems was being questioned, and a new approach was needed. Enter Bitcoin, a decentralized and transparent alternative to the traditional financial system. Bitcoin was designed to be a peer-to-peer electronic cash system, an idea put forward by an individual or group known only as Satoshi Nakamoto. The idea was simple, yet revolutionary. It was to remove the need for any central authority like governments or financial institutions to control or manipulate the currency. Bitcoin was designed to be immune to such interference. This decentralized nature of Bitcoin was its most compelling feature. It meant that transactions could be made directly between users without the need for intermediaries. This direct peer-to-peer interaction was made possible by a public ledger known as the blockchain, which records all Bitcoin transactions. The blockchain ensures that every transaction is transparent and can be verified by anyone. This transparency is a stark contrast to the opaque nature of traditional financial systems. It's a system where you don't have to trust the bank or the government, but instead you trust the technology, the mathematics, and the code that runs behind the scenes. Bitcoin was not just a new form of currency, but also a new philosophy. It was a call to take back control from centralized authorities and to place it in the hands of the people. It was a call for a financial system that is transparent, fair, and immune to manipulation. Bitcoin emerged from the shadows, a beacon of hope in a world reeling from financial uncertainty. Like a double-edged sword, Bitcoin carries both tremendous potential and significant risks. Let's start with the bright side. The first and perhaps most compelling advantage is its decentralization. Unlike traditional currencies, which are controlled by central banks, Bitcoin is governed by a global network of computers. This means no single entity or government can control or manipulate it. It's like a financial democracy, where everyone gets a say. Transparency is another strong point. All Bitcoin transactions are recorded on a public ledger known as the blockchain. This makes Bitcoin's operations open and verifiable. If Alice sends Bob some Bitcoin, that transaction is visible to anyone who cares to look. This transparency fosters trust and helps prevent fraud. And of course, there's the potential for high returns. Bitcoin has been on a roller coaster of a ride, but for those who've held on, the rewards have been significant. In just over a decade, Bitcoin has grown from a few cents to tens of thousands of dollars. But every coin has two sides, and Bitcoin is no exception. Its volatility is a major concern. The price can swing wildly in a matter of hours, making it a risky investment for the faint-hearted. Bitcoin's pseudo-anonymous nature also makes it a favored currency for illicit activities. From cybercrime to drug trafficking, the dark side of Bitcoin is something we cannot ignore. And then there's the environmental impact. Mining Bitcoin requires a tremendous amount of energy, leading to significant carbon emissions. In fact, if Bitcoin were a country, it would rank among the top 30 energy consumers worldwide. In the grand scheme of things, Bitcoin, like any innovation, presents a complex mix of opportunities and challenges. It's a revolutionary technology that's reshaping our financial systems, but it also carries significant risks. As we navigate this brave new world of digital currency, it's crucial to stay informed, be cautious, and always think long-term. From the digital realm, Bitcoin made a groundbreaking leap into the physical world in El Salvador. The Central American nation made headlines around the world in 2021 when it adopted Bitcoin as legal tender, a first for any nation on the planet. The reasons behind this bold move were multifold. El Salvador, like many other developing countries, grapples with challenges such as financial inclusion, economic instability, and dependence on remittances. Bitcoin, with its decentralized nature, promised to address these issues by enabling easy access to financial services, even for those without a traditional bank account. The decision was met with a mix of enthusiasm and skepticism. On one hand, cryptocurrency enthusiasts hailed it as a progressive step towards the wider acceptance of digital currencies. On the other hand, international financial bodies like the International Monetary Fund raised concerns about the potential risks involved, ranging from volatility to regulatory challenges. But what does this mean for El Salvador's economy? Well, it's a double-edged sword. On the brighter side, Bitcoin can attract investment in the country's digital infrastructure and encourage technological innovation. It can also facilitate cheaper and faster remittances, a lifeline for many Salvadorans. However, Bitcoin's infamous volatility poses a significant risk. Imagine your grocery bill fluctuating wildly from one day to the next, based on the whims of the Bitcoin market. Furthermore, the country's move into uncharted financial territory could deter conservative investors and strain relations with global financial institutions. Yet, despite the uncertainties, El Salvador's decision marks a significant moment in Bitcoin's journey. It's a real-world experiment that could pave the way for other nations to follow suit, or serve as a cautionary tale of the perils of jumping on the Bitcoin bandwagon too hastily. In the heart of Central America, Bitcoin is writing a new chapter in the annals of global finance. At the heart of Bitcoin lies a powerhouse of a technology: blockchain. Now, what is this blockchain, you ask? Picture a chain, each link securely holding a record of information. In the digital world, this chain is known as a blockchain, a public, transparent, and immutable ledger that records transactions. Each block in the chain contains a list of transactions. Once a block is filled with transactions, it's added to the existing chain in such a way that it's nearly impossible to alter. This results in a permanent, unchangeable record of transactions, a trait that gives the blockchain its security and transparency. Now, let's talk about its role in Bitcoin transactions. When a Bitcoin transaction is made, it's grouped with others that have been recently submitted in a cryptographically protected block. Computers, known as miners, then race to solve complex mathematical problems. The first to solve it adds the block of transactions to the blockchain. This process is known as mining, and it's how new bitcoins are generated. But the potential of blockchain stretches far beyond Bitcoin. It's like a new type of internet, a distributed ledger that can record transactions between two parties efficiently, transparently, and permanently. Think of it as a kind of operating system for societal trust, facilitating everything from financial transactions to voting systems, supply chain monitoring, and even digital identities. In essence, blockchain is transforming the way we perceive and use money, how we can save it, spend it, invest it, and even lose it. It's empowering individuals and businesses alike, allowing them to interact and transact in a way that's secure, transparent, and efficient. Blockchain, the engine driving Bitcoin, is not just a technology, but a revolution in the making. Beyond the buzz, a question lingers. What does the future hold for Bitcoin? When we look at Bitcoin through the lens of long-term potential, we see a revolution in the making. It's more than just a digital currency. It's a tool that could fundamentally reshape the financial landscape as we know it. Imagine a world where financial power is not concentrated in the hands of a few, but instead is distributed across the globe, irrespective of nationality, socioeconomic status, or geographical location. That's the dream Bitcoin is helping us inch closer to, the democratization of wealth creation. In its essence, Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer system, free from the control of any central authority. It can be a beacon of financial sovereignty, enabling individuals to have complete control over their assets. It's like having a bank in your pocket, accessible to anyone, anywhere, anytime. Furthermore, Bitcoin's fixed supply of 21 million coins makes it a hedge against inflation. Unlike fiat currencies which can be printed at will, Bitcoin's scarcity is encoded in its DNA. This could make it a reliable store of value over the long term, akin to digital gold. But it's not just about economics. Bitcoin can also be a catalyst for social change. It can provide financial services to the unbanked, empower individuals in countries with unstable currencies, and promote transparency and accountability through its public ledger. However, it's important to remember that Bitcoin is still in its early stages. It's a work in progress with its own set of challenges, regulatory uncertainties, scalability issues, and environmental concerns, to name a few. Despite these hurdles, the potential of Bitcoin is undeniable. It's a pioneering technology that has sparked a global conversation about the future of money. Whether it's a bubble or a breakthrough, only time will tell. In the realm of possibilities, Bitcoin stands as a testament to the power of innovation and the audacity of hope. As we journey through the digital cosmos, Bitcoin remains a fascinating enigma, much like its creator. From its inception by the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto to its adoption as legal tender in El Salvador, Bitcoin has become a symbol of financial freedom and innovation. Yet it's not without its challenges. From its volatility to its energy consumption, Bitcoin carries both potential and risks. The beauty of the blockchain technology that underpins it, however, is indisputable. It's a technology that promises transparency, security, and decentralization. It's a new frontier in the digital world, and Bitcoin is just the beginning. Yet the future of Bitcoin, much like its past, is unwritten. It's a story that's still being written by us, the explorers of this new digital frontier. So keep learning, keep exploring, and keep questioning. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe for more explorations into the digital realm, and as always, happy trails, prospector.